Hi there, this is going to be a demonstration of necklace, and we're going to use it to string these beads of different size without having any gaps between them, or if we do want to have spacing, we can make sure that it's going to be equal even though the size of these pieces is very much different. So the tool will figure out on its own the order of the beads because I arranged them here in a line. So I could have arranged them sideways like this or like this. But as long as they're arranged in a legible order, the tool will read that order. So in this case, I'm going to use 3 controllers and I'm going to use the bounding box. So we have our beads automatically selected, which means I can move them on the curve. We have our controllers that will determine the rotation along the x-axis of our bead. So we can play around with the relative rotation. You see it affects it more closer to the locator and less further away. So in this case I can control it from all 3 locators. Another thing I can do is adjust each individual bead while it still is live. And I can move a bunch of them all at once as well, of course. So in case I want to do it here, I can scale them from here, and then if I need to duplicate another one and attach it, I can just use the attach button, and you'll see that now I have another one that I can insert over here. So I can keep doing that. And the moment I need to attach, I can always attach it again. So let's keep doing that, and this time let's use this as an example. This time I'm going to remove my controllers. Anything smaller than 1 or equal to 1 will not generate controllers. So let's make a necklace here, again using the bounding box. And you can see our necklace is in place, and we can keep on doing that with different types of beads. And the process is a little bit faster when we don't have to create the controllers. Now let's use a different mechanism that the tool can do as well. In this case, I have 3 chain links. So I only need 2 originally for making a chain, but I'm using another one to help the tool understand the spacing of this link to the first. So this one is the first link all over again, and it's only used for the tool to understand the spacing. So this time we're going to remove this bounding box, and we're going to yet again make necklace. Let's give it some controllers so we can actually see the effect. So the scale will always stay the same. So if we want to figure out the scale before we commit, we can always attach one of them to one of our links to the curve and see if this is the correct size. Now I can control the chain by rotating my controller here, and you can see it has quite a lot of effect. And we can have more or less controllers from 2 and up to a larger number depending on the size of the chain. We can also adjust the curve in a limited way. The big fall off will most probably keep all of our chain links in place, but if we start deforming it in an extreme way, you see we start losing our chain. So the solution here would be to recreate the chain again. Once we're committed, we can make a new necklace. And there we go. Of course, we will have to adjust our controllers here if we need to do that. But very soft adjustments will work just fine because they won't change the relative relationship of the links to each other. So we can make relatively large adjustments quite easily. We can use fairly complex instances. So here we have all kinds of geometry generated on them, so we can use, in this case, just like with the chain links, you see I have my first and the last is the same one and it's duplicated in order to help the tool understand the spacing here. So in this case, bounding box is off. I don't necessarily need controllers here, and let's create these, and again we can move them up and down the curve to adjust the placement, and then we can adjust individual rotation because we don't have any controllers, so we can really also use the randomization here. For example, if I was to select a bunch of these, now I can randomize the rotation. And just another little demonstration using the bounding box method. We can use multiple curves and multiple geometries as an input, and the tool will make all of those happen.